Oga, na me make am. Na me make am now. That's why I buy am. Meaning that there's nothing I can do to the product. So you lose the product, then you lose your money. Because the money is not refunded. The product you can't use. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Let me give you another experience I had. In the course of this, because I did a lot of, I went around, in doing this. I was in US, I was in UK, I was in South Africa, I was in Germany, just because of this, to just study the environment. I was in a friend's house in UK, in London, and then what happened? We were going to go out, and he was going to dress up. So he said, oh, to me, I was seated in his sitting room. So he said, oh, wait a minute, I picked up an iron, that's the pressing iron, 2 days ago or so from a store. Oh, let me try this, let me just stand, use that to iron my shirt and we can go out. So I was seated, the TV was on, I was watching. While I watched him, he brought out the pressing board, spread it out, brought the iron out in my presence, plugged in the iron, and then as soon as he switched on the power button, we just had a spark. Boom! Ooh. The guy was raged. Then he goes, what just happened? So he said, no, these guys are in trouble, they're in soup. I was thinking, what are you going to do? I was trying to compare that experience to what would have happened in Nigeria. In my presence there, he opened the pack, there was a card inside it. Inside that card was a call, number to call. And he called the shop or wherever he got the thing from. I was hearing the conversation that was going on. And all he said to them on the phone was, look, by the time he even called, clearly because they already, through the call, they could trace where he was calling from and who was calling. He said, yeah, I picked up this number, I picked up this iron yesterday, and guess what? I just plugged it to power, and then this thing just, stopped, didn't work. At the other hand, I could hear the voice, oh, we're so sorry. We're sorry about that. And they said, this is your address, yeah. Don't worry, we'll get you a replacement. All right. So my friend handed the call and dropped the. So I said, so what's going to happen? He said, don't worry yourself now. Shebi, we're here. They will bring a replacement. I said, they will bring a replacement. He said, yes. I said, they won't even try to check whether it was your fault, because it could have been your fault. Maybe you didn't do something well about the first. No, it can't be his fault. Now, Shebi is a brand new item that he bought. While we were still talking, in fact, I'm not even sure it was up to 30 minutes or so, we had a knock on the door. He himself said he must be the dispatch person. By the time he opened the door, it was a dispatch man that was on the other side. And then the dispatch man was at the door. Just watch this. Was at the door. I was seated in the sitting room. The guy was at the door to meet with the dispatch guy. The dispatch man that brought the replacement iron, I heard him say, we're so sorry. So I was so shocked. I mean, a dispatch man, this guy is a dispatch. So also apologize. I was so touched by it that even a dispatch man was so trained, to tell the guy, we are so sorry. And guess what? He brought the replacement iron. By the time my guy opened the iron, it was a bigger size iron. So they replaced with a bigger size iron. The guy never asked for the one that went bad. He didn't say, okay, where is the other one that we gave to you, so that he could take it back? No, he just bought a new one and gave it back. So I asked my friend, I said, can you interpret this to me? He said, here in London, if they didn't do this, they know the next thing I will do. So I'm just going to grab a lawyer and I'm going to tell them they've destroyed something in my house. By the time I'm done, they will pay through their nose. Because the consumers are conscious of their rights. In Nigerian consumers, even those who are aware, won't even take the battle up. Everybody just go, what can we do now? Today they wake up and ban this. What can we do now? So we're going to change the narrative. We have to. we have to stand up. So the vision of ConsumerHallaTV is really to create an engagement platform that constantly mirrors the minds of consumers and provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria. Thus, we believe in.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Midday News. I am Ire Ayomikunle Eke. We begin the Midday News this afternoon, starting with the Naira. The report has shown that the Naira recorded a negative trading performance during the week as the Naira weakened by 0.99% at official Nigerian foreign exchange market. So 1,456 Naira 72 kobo per dollar as of Friday, from 1,442 Naira 43 kobo per dollar in the previous week. At the parallel market, the currency traded weaker within the range of 1,470 Naira per dollar, around 1,475 Naira per dollar. According to Carrier Set Management Limited, in its weekly report, says the Naira moved within a noticeably wider trading band this week, fluctuating between 1,000 Naira 440 and 1,460 Naira the official window, as softer inflows met firmer dollar demand. And by the close of trading, the currency had weakened by 0.98% to close at 1,456 Naira 72 kobo per dollar. A similar movement was seen in the black market, where the Naira slipped marginally by 0.20% to 1,475 Naira per dollar. The AIICO Capital also noted that the Naira traded largely bearish in the FX market for most of the week, pressured by strong early demand from investors seeking to cover positions. The investment house added that the pressure was sustained despite multiple CBN interventions persistently elevated the demand, which continued to weigh on the currency, pushing the exchange rate weaker from 1,442 Naira 43 kobo per dollar at the previous week, which closes at 1,456 Naira 72 kobo per dollar by Friday. And now the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC will officially transition to a T+2 settlement cycle for equities transactions from Friday under the new system. All trade executed on Friday, November 28, 2025, which will settle on Tuesday, December 2, 2025, for transactions carried out before that date will continue to follow the existing T+3 schedule. This means that trade executed on Thursday, November 27, will also settle on December the 2nd, coinciding with the first batch of T+2 settlement. The Commission, which disclosed this in a statement, said that the move was designed to align with global best practices and enhance the market efficiency. It noted that the transition from the current T+3 trade date plus 3 day settlement cycle is now at the implementation stage following months of preparation and stakeholder testing. And now to the global news, where the global stock began an event-filled week on the front foot today, as investors took heart from growing expectations of a Federal Reserve rate cut in December, even as policymakers remained divided over such a move. Marketers were gearing up for potential catalysts, including the release of the U.S. retail sales and producer prices data due later in the week, while British Finance Minister Rachel Reeves is also set to unveil a highly anticipated budget. Trading was stayed with Japan market closed for a holiday, but MSCI Broadest Index of Asia Pacific shares outside Japan rose by 0.4%, and South Korea tech-heavy Kospi Index was up by 0.7%. Nasdaq futures, as well as S&P 500 futures, rose by 0.64% and 0.45% respectively, while the Euro talks with about 50 futures advanced with 0.78%. Still reporting on the news, the Fed Fund futures now point to a 57% chance that the Fed will cut by 25 basis points next month, up from less than a 30% chance a week ago. Nigeria spent a total of $1.39 billion on foreign education in the first half of 2025, which marks a significant increase from the corresponding period in 2024. The figure represents a 20% rise in dollar terms and a 38% increase in naira based on an average exchange rate of 1,553 naira per dollar during the period. The data sourced from the Central Bank of Nigeria's Balance of Payment report reflects the growing trend of educational migration and amid persistent challenges within Nigeria's domestic education system. Notably, the CBN report shows zero income under education in the services trade balance, indicating that while Nigeria expends significant resources to educate its citizens abroad, it attracts virtually no foreign students to its own institutions. Meanwhile, this $1.39 billion outflow marks the highest first-half foreign education expenditure since 2021 and comes even as the naira has undergone sharp depreciation following the CBN foreign exchange liberalization reforms of mid-2023. We're talking about the ICPC now, where the chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Musa Aliyu, says cybercrime, corruption, and illicit financial flows drain $80 million from Africa annually. Mr. Aliyu spoke on Thursday last week while giving a keynote address at the Real News 13th Anniversary Lecture series in Lagos State themed Cybersecurity, Illicit Financial Flows, and Achieving Agenda 2063 in Africa. The ICPC chairman warned and he also said Africa's development aspirations included the African Union Agenda 2063, which will remain out of reach unless government urgently strengthen the cybersecurity and also modernize the regulations and plug the financial leakages. Mr. Aliyu said the African situation of classrooms without teachers, hospitals without equipment, and roads left unbuilt happened because of the scourge of cybercrime, corruption, and illicit financial flows, which over $80 billion siphoned out of Africa every year. And now the Niger military regime has introduced new taxes on cigarette, alcohol, and other imports to help fund its fight against jihadists on the territory, authorities told the AFP on Friday over the weekend. The new taxes include a 7% levy on cigarettes, 12% on beer and other beverages, 10% on refrigerators, and up to 5% on motor vehicles. This was made known according to a list published by the Economy Ministry. The Sahel region country suffers regular attacks by fighters linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State group in the west, plus Boko Haram and the Islamic State in West Africa branch in the southeast. The junta struggled to curb the violence since taking power under General Abdurrahman Tiani in a coup in July 2023. After taking over, it set up a defense fund, which it says is now worth $100 million, and in October announced taxes on luxury goods. However, the defense fund president Bareki Musa announced a new 1% tax on public and private sector workers' salaries while he was speaking recently on a live broadcast. She said the various new measures would raise the equivalent of $88 million. If you are just joining us, this is the midday news on ConsumerHallaTV. The Federal Inland Revenue Service has dismissed allegations by the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar claiming that the appointment of express payment as a payment channel for federal revenue collection was politically motivated. It insisted that the remark was misleading and risked distorting public understanding of Nigeria's tax administration system. The former vice president, in a statement, accused the federal government of handling a monopoly of express payment for tax collections. Responding yesterday, the technical assistant on the broadcast media to the FIR's chairman, Adirunke Atoyebe, said the former vice president's assertions were incorrect and capable of politicizing what she described as a purely administrative and technical issue. And setting out the agency position, Atoyebe explained that the service currently uses multiple payment solution service providers, including QuickTeller, eTransact, FutureWave, and Express Pay, as part of effort to simplify the tax payment and expand access for taxpayers across the country. The management of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has issued a stand warning to petroleum marketers over the rising number of leaking fuel trucks arriving at its loading gantry, describing the trend as a major safety threat to Africa's largest refinery. In an internal circular cited by newsmen on Friday, the refinery said it had observed a disturbingly high number of product-laden tankers arriving in poor mechanical condition despite repeated warnings. The fine and also fines are imposed on offenders. According to the notice signed by the refinery's Group Commercial Operations Department, several trucks continue to show up with cracked valves, losing feet, and deep in product conditions that significantly heighten the risk of fire outbreaks at the multi-billion-dollar facility. The refinery warned that the situation portends great danger to the entire refinery and will no longer be conducted. The notice says it has been observed that the number of leaking trucks arriving at the gantry remain high, despite the repeated warning and the fines imposed on each truck. Meanwhile, the trend has been on the increase daily, and this portends great danger to the entire refinery, and those will no longer be tolerated. And it will be effective immediately that any tanker found leaking at the gantry will not only attract fines but will expose the owner marketers to severe sanctions, including a temporary suspension from loading operations at the refinery. Right away from that, in a major effort to address Nigeria's food security challenges and inspire great youth participation in agriculture, the former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo and leading entrepreneur Mr. Tony Elumelu is set to headline the AgroWin 25 Festival and the AgroWin Recognition Awards. The event, organized through a partnership between the Intergenerational Rescue Foundation and the Department of Social Work, University of Lagos, will take place on November 25, 2025 at the Faculty of the Social Sciences in the campus. The event team is sowing seed of innovation. The summit aimed to convene leaders from academic world, agribusiness, and food technology to explore strategies for building sustainable and resilient food system in Nigeria. Still talking on the news, in a statement, IRF chairperson and convener of AgroWin, Mrs. Abimbola Agagoa, explained that the initiative seeks to combat food insecurity through sustainable agricultural practices, research, and community engagement. The head of the Department of Social Work at UNILAG, Prof. Samuel Adejo, noted that one of the central goals of the program is to address what it described as widespread gaps in agricultural awareness among young people who will eventually shape the future policy and consumer behavior. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we end the news, the Association of Nigerian Licensed Custom Agents is lamenting that the newly commissioned Bodogu Unified Digital Custom Management System, initiated and operated by the Nigeria Customs Service, is suffering frequent downtime. Reported by the newsman says the claim that the platform has caused more financial losses due to delays in processing cargo clearance at the port. While speaking to newsmen on the development, the vice president of the association, Mr. Olusegun Oduto, acknowledged that the Bodogu system has experienced some glitches, but noted that improvements are ongoing. Mr. Oduto added that the trade platform is expected to function well enough to accommodate the usual surge in input volumes that comes at the time of the year. Also commenting, a former vice president of the ANLCA, Mr. Kayode Fanriton, said that these repeated failures have severely disrupted port operations, resulting in billions of naira in losses to the economy. Thank you so much for joining us on the Midday News. I am Ire Ayomi Kunle, aka. Follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel for you to be well updated and stay informed. Thank you so much for joining us.
consumer. And as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrives.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Hello consumers, you have the right to be heard, absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello consumers, you're welcome to another exciting episode.
Pidgin, as I dey run you English, now I go dey marry am with pidgin, make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trending awoof packages. Peace.
Public service announcement. Hello consumers, I am Kikelomo Ajibola and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHallaTV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You will catch up on how these scammers invade our lives. Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market, from the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call markets home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHallaTV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello fellow consumers, are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is free by 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. And that is why at ConsumerHalla TV,
You deserve to be heard.
Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversations about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHalla TV. Stay informed. Thank you.
I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Market Today is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHalla TV, we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind him, he's just a jealous person.
Oh,
His new
God.
movie release, updates, and screen time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good also in the comment section. Screen time is not just all about entertainment, it is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5 p.m. at ConsumerHalla TV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola, the man always clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am Kikelomo Ajibola. Toodles!
Hi people, my name is Mo Fakorede and I am a filmmaker and a film director, and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. ConsumerHalla TV is everything consumer advocacy, consumer rights, everything that has to do with consumers. On this TV, you'll watch, you'll learn, you'll be educated, and you'll be entertained. Keep watching ConsumerHalla TV.
My name is Olubukola Ozone, a photographer and a social media enthusiast. You're watching ConsumerHalla TV. It's a consumer advocacy TV. If you have a problem, any consumer related problem, just holla at them, just like their name implies, and they're going to get it sorted for you. Keep watching, stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, my name is Joba Jalabi. I'm a marketing communications professional. I currently lead marketing at Flash Change, a fintech startup. Keep watching ConsumerHalla TV, a consumer advocacy channel.
Hello, my name is Sharon Rotimi. I'm an actor and I am on ConsumerHalla TV. Now, ConsumerHalla TV is a consumer advocacy channel. So if you have any issues, consumer-related issues with brands and services, you can reach out to them and they'll be sure to handle it or to cater to you. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Iyebiye Adeton. I'm a film poster designer and illustrator. This is all content on consumers based news, entertainment, and all of that. So I want you guys to stay tuned to ConsumerHalla TV.
My name is Anoluwapo Alao, a sales consultant for Star Times Nigeria. This is a ConsumerHalla TV, where they discuss anything consumer needs and get knowledge about anything about consumer. So keep watching
Hi, my name is Adebola Ogushino. I'm a filmmaker and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. Any consumer related issues, they've got you.
Hi, my name is Stephen Olorunshisi. I'm a strategy and sales professional currently working with Obey, and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. I mean, this is one of the channels that you don't want to but stay on. Consumer advocacy, brand promotion, everything consumer, what you need to learn for your business to grow. This is a channel where you learn, where you experience entertainment to but it's good for businesses, for brands, and for an entrepreneur. If you want to know more about businesses, want to know more about brands, please stay watching. All right, thank you so much, ConsumerHallaTV. Keep watching.
In Nigeria, and I know that it's going to bring value and quality into the service industry. ConsumerHallaTV is here to offer value to service industry and to give a voice to consumers, bring awareness to the brand industry, and also bring education to what it is to have quality for what you paid for. I know that through ConsumerHallaTV, you are going to be able to get what you have paid for quality-wise and also give a voice to you in wherever it is that you do. I am here to support and give a shout out to say that keep watching ConsumerHallaTV and we'll have a better quality for value in Nigeria and in the global space. Please continue to watch ConsumerHallaTV because it is here to make things work better for you. It is on this note that I would like to say a big congratulations to the chairman and CEO of ConsumerHallaTV, Pastor Tunde Olufowora, and all the staffs of this great organization. Thank you for what you do. You are making things happen for us.
And please join the community where we can all make life easy and better for all of us.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer. And as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Hello, good day. My name is Tunde Balogun. I'm the lead pastor at the Kingsborough Church in London. And you're watching ConsumerHallaTV, which is a new initiation into the TV industry in Nigeria, the first of its kind in Nigeria, and I know that it's going to bring value and quality into the service industry. ConsumerHallaTV is here to offer value to service industry and to give a voice to consumers, bring awareness to the brand industry, and also bring education to what it is to have quality for what you paid for. I know that through ConsumerHallaTV, you are going to be able to get what you have paid for quality-wise and also give a voice to you in wherever it is that you do. I am here to support and give a shout out to say that keep watching ConsumerHallaTV and we'll have a better quality for value in Nigeria and in the global space. Please continue to watch ConsumerHallaTV because it is here to make things work better for you. It is on this note that I would like to say a big congratulations to the chairman and CEO of ConsumerHallaTV, Pastor Tunde Olufowora, and all the staffs of this great organization.
Good afternoon, fellow consumers. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Product Review on ConsumerHallaTV. This is where we inform potential buyers about merit, drawbacks, including features of product. I am Ire Ayomikunle Eke. Please, all review on this program is not of critics, but based on transparent functionality about different products in their various contexts. Today on the show, we are reviewing fish. I know a lot of questions were crossing your mind that is fish a product? And I'm proudly to let you know that yes, a fish can be considered a product, especially in the context of food. Good afternoon, fellow consumers. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Product Review on ConsumerHalla TV. This is where we inform potential buyers about merit, drawbacks, including features of product. I am Ire Ayomikunle Eke. Please, all review on this program is not of critics, but based on transparent functionality about different products in their various contexts. Today on the show, we are reviewing fish. I know a lot of questions were crossing your mind that is fish a product? And I'm proudly to let you know that yes, a fish can be considered a product, especially in the context of food industry, where fish is a commodity harvested, processed, and sold as a food product. The aquaculture, fish farming, which produces fish as a product for consumption or further processing. And in reference to trade, where fish is bought, sold, and traded globally, making it a product in the market. However, the term product can also imply processed or manufactured goods. In case of fish, it can be sold fresh, frozen, canned, or processed into various products like fish oil, fish meal, etc. In that context, fish is a highly versatile product that provides a wealth of nutritional benefit, industrial applications, and economic opportunities. And here are some key aspects of fish. It's a good food source. Fish is an excellent source of high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acid, and essential nutrient, making it a staple in many diets worldwide. The industrial applications as well. Fish and fish products are used in various industries, including the pharmaceutical, where the fish liver oil is rich in vitamins A and D and omega-3 fatty acid, which have some medicinal properties. Then in terms of cosmetics, fish oil, collagen are used in skincare products for their moisturizing and anti-aging properties. The animal feed, fish meal, and fish silage are nutritious feed supplement for poultry, livestock, and aquaculture. In fertilizers, in leather, and textile. On today's program, we are having a specialist whose insight will help us have a better knowledge about fish as a product and fishing as a business in Nigeria. Of course, it's something beautiful. I can assure you that on the program this afternoon. And joining us virtually on the program this afternoon on the conversation, for better understanding, we have Okwade Kende Adebayo. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Foreign Fish. Mr. Kende Okwade has been in the fishing business and industry for 4 years. Wow, interesting. Good afternoon, Mr. Kende Adebayo, and thank you so much for joining us on this insight.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Like you have said,
all right. All right. Thank you so much. Before we get into the conversation properly, it's been 4 years of you doing this business. You've been in this industry for 4 years. I just want to know your insight, your feeling about this. How does it feel like to be in this industry for 4 years?
Well, the first thing is it's almost, well, you said 4 years, though it's more than 4 years actually. But then when I started fully, it was 2021, right? Because fish is something we can't do without worldwide, and the production of fish is what nobody can match, because fish consumption is more than what we see in the market. It's way more than what we see in the market, actually.
All right,
so
interesting. We've not
fish is money.
I love the sound of that. We've not even get into the conversation properly, and you're already giving us insight. That shows that today will be a very beautiful one on the program. Now, straight up, Mr. Kende, let's get into this conversation. What are the most consumed fish species in Nigeria, and how do you assess the quality and freshness of fish in Nigerian market?
All right, so this might sound somehow, but then we have basically three most consumed fish in Africa as a whole. The first one is tilapia. The first one is catfish, right? Because you should know, like I know and you know too, that catfish is the first and the most consumed fish in the whole of Africa, right? Because there's a question coming to it, that's why I don't want to talk too much on that. Then we move to eggfish, which is mala, that we all, the dried mala, the smoked mala, which is what I major on, right? Then tilapia is also trying, but then tilapia is not it like say in Africa as a whole, right? Talking of the whole world now, we can say okay, tilapia is one of the most consumed fish, but in Africa we have catfish and mala. Now, talking of the next question, you asked the question at once. Talking of how to
yes, I said, how do you assess the quality and freshness of fish in Nigerian markets?
Assessing the quality is something very easy. It is the use of our sense organs, one of the most important sense of organs, which is the smell, right? Looking at it might not give you the real tenacity of the freshness of fish, but then when you smell it, you can tell if, even not talk about fish alone, almost every product in the whole world now, once you can smell it, you know that okay, this is not today's fish, this is not today's whatever it is, this is not today's product. And looking at it, you will be able to tell that okay, this is not today's fish. Not to talk of consuming it. When you consume it, you can actually come to the conclusion that okay, this fish of course is not the production that was made today.
All right, Mr. Kende, I would first of all appreciate you by giving a better analysis about that conversation we slightly had, talking about the three types of fish that is majorly sold in Africa. You made mention of catfish, tilapia, and ejapmala. Now let's get on it better. What are the nutritional benefits of consuming fish, and how can Nigerians incorporate more fish into the diet? Because most of the time people are fond of taking, chicken, meat, beef, and all of that. Letting go of fish.
All right. So you made mention of something when you were doing the introduction, right, about the nutritional benefit of fish. One of the most important nutritional benefit of fish is that it is proteinous. One, you said omega-3 fatty acid. Two, vitamins. Then one of the most important benefits is minerals. It contains minerals, and in depth looking at minerals now, you can talk about it. It helps the pumping of blood, that's from the heart. Then brain, it reduces brain stress. Then it also helps to reduce body acid. Yeah, that's from the aspect of, say, when we want to talk about what's it called now? Autoimmune diseases. Those diseases are diseases that we call it fights against body germs actually. Basically, because if I start talking on botanical names as
All right, Mr. Kende, can you hear me very well? Because it seems the network is doing its norms. Are you there, Mr. Kende? All right, if you're just joining us, it is product review on ConsumerHallaTV, and we're having Mr. Kende on the program, and he's given us a better insight and review about fish as a product and about fishing industry. Stay with us. The program is still going on. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHallaTV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
At ConsumerHalla TV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Thank you so much for still staying tuned. It is product review on ConsumerHallaTV, and we are reviewing fish. And on the program, we have Mr. Kende Okunla. It's good to have you back, Mr. Kende Okunla. It's good to have you back.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for
I know that is network issues. It happens most of the time. Now, let's move away from the nutrition values. How does the price of fish in Nigeria compare to other protein sources, and what factors affect the pricing of fish?
All right, one of the major factors is there's no going back and forth. Don't go back and forth. One of the major factors is the price of feed. The price of feed is alarming. The price of feed is not here. It's too much. Imagine buying a bag of feed of paraquat or any other product. Imagine buying a pack for 120,000, and fish is to consume it for less than 7 days. Imagine that.
A whole lot.
So to me, price of feed is it because if I'm to buy feed of say almost 700,000 over say 3,000 pieces of fish, and at that time I really need to sit down to calculate, apart from mortality and all. So all those things are just major problem in this country as it is.
All right, that's a whole lot about what you just said. Now let's major on smoked fish, because that is where your major, that's your area of specialization. What are the benefits of smoking fish, and how does it enhance the flavor and the shelf life?
There's nothing, there's something like smoked fish, but talking of health and nutritional factor of fish, there's nothing like smoked fish. It is called dried fish because better terminology and better production is dry meat. When it comes to smoking fish, that's when they use because I what they use, because I don't do it. That's when they use drum, and they drum to make firewood, making firewood, drum putting it on net, trying to smoke it and all. But when it comes to drying, that's when we use oven to dry it, because
all right, it was just about saying a very beautiful insight there. The program is Product Review on ConsumerHalla TV. We'll be right back, and when we are back, we'll have Mr. Kende back on the conversation.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
At ConsumerHalla TV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHalla TV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrives.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHalla TV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHalla TV. At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard. Thank you so much for still being there. We have Mr. Kende back. Mr. Kende, I was asking the question about smoked fish, which you corrected me that it's dry fish. So how do you evaluate the quality of dry fish product in Nigeria?
evaluating fish is the same. Evaluating fish is more like evaluating for every other product, which I've answered in the first question you asked me, which is, and the answer was the smell, and tasting it.
All right. Can you give us a brief insight on how dry fish are made?
All right. It is actually very simple, and like I've said, the basic thing and the main thing is your oven. Once you have your oven, you're good to go. Yes, right. When more like you want to cook it or you want to boil it, it's more like the same process. It just depends on how you want it.
All right, interesting. Now let's talk about this. How can dry fish be incorporated into traditional Nigerian dishes, and what are some recipe ideas that blend with it?
I process fish. right? And when it comes to traditional way of process, the traditional way I know of is, like you have said, is smoked fish. Now, I really don't know how oven fish will come into traditional way, because to me now, I am not working in traditional way again. Now it's civilized way, and we know better, right? And because this is dry to make traditional dishes. Trying to make a dishes, trying to make polio and the like. Even the same catfish is used in making a polio and the like.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, while speaking the other time, you made emphasis on the feed that is quite expensive and all of that. I know that is a challenge facing the fishing industry. Can you give us more insight about the challenges facing the industry in Nigeria, aside from the feed you mentioned, and how can they be addressed? Properly?
All right, so like I was saying, there's also the feed part, there's also the expensive feed part, and there's also the government part. When I speak to UI, because of course that's where they have open is accessible and all, because now there's that aspect, and there's also the aspect of more like what you are doing now, bringing people on board to talk to people about what is and what is not. Because smoked fish is, should I talk to someone that smokes, right? In a way, because the aspect of steam, there are differences between steam and smoke. You are steaming it up. When you smoke fish, you are smoking it. And anything that deals with smoke and all, it affects the kidney and liver. With time, let me use the word consistency. It might not have affected people in the past, but as time goes by, it breaks down the kidney and day in, day out.
All right. Thank you for reaching the that factor, talking about health, Mr. Kennedy. You spoke about the government, and you spoke about that to do with people in your industry. So, do you have a kind of association? What are the association doing to make sure the government is doing the right thing for the betterment of the likes of you and your people in your industry?
At this time, I don't know of any organization, right? And me as a person, I'm trying my best to reach out to people. But one of the things we spoke about here, and you also mentioned, and I also mentioned, is, of course, dried fish and smoked fish will be of two prices.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, how does fish farming contribute to Nigeria's food security and economy? And what are the potential areas for investment and innovation in Nigeria's fishing industry?
So recently, right, I got a call from someone in the UK saying, like, I think 2 cartons of the same age fish, not smooth. She said dried mala, because when you smoke mala, you can't smoke it to the extent of extracting all the water components of the fish. But when you dry extract all the water components that can make it that can reduce the shelf life, because like the other time, that can reduce the shelf life. Because when you dry fish also, it increases the shelf life to like 3 months, 4 months, thereabouts.
Mr. Kehinde, time is against us. Let's have your take on this. How has the fish industry in Nigeria evolved over the years, and what opportunity exists for growth in your industry?
Yes, so move from smoking fish to drying fish. And then, like you have known, like I have known also, we now have worked on fish, because we now have fisheries, we have culture also, which is basically the general flow of aquatic organisms plus aquatic animal also. Fish is one of the most important things, yeah, the most basic one that focuses on fish production.
Interesting, and thank you so much for your time, Mr. Kehinde. I must say, in this short time, you've taught a whole lot of areas. You spoke about the challenges in reference to health. You spoke about the 3 major fish that is selling so fast in Africa. You spoke about, your industry, what the government have to do, to make things better. You've said a whole lot. Before we let you go this afternoon on the program, let's have your parting shot, or to make it simpler, let's have your concluding remark. What do you have to say about fish as a product, and what do you have to say about the fishing business, which is your industry?
All right, so thank you very much. In conclusion, what I would say is, I've mentioned it first. What I would say is, when it comes to fish as a whole, you can't do everything. Saying to myself, I can't do everything, right? It is what I can major on and major on. And wherever I'm talking to fish production, and say fisheries and aquaculturists now. It is what you can major on, you should major on. And for our final consumer, right? It is better for you to take what is not beneficial to you than taking what you feel you can afford.
That's a beautiful one. Mr. Kehinde, before we let you go, finally, let's talk about this, your industry, the fish business. Is it a lucrative business? And I know you to be a producer of dry fish, because you corrected me that it's not smoked fish. So how pricey is it, and is it a lucrative business?
It's, what I would say is, it is accessible, right? And it is what everyone can afford. And talking of the lucrative part, well, in a way or two, it is, because I don't want to go to too much details, but it is very lucrative.
I can understand that. Of course, I can decode that. Thank you so much for your time on the conversation, Mr. Kehinde Okwade. Thank you. We appreciate your insight, and please keep doing what you're doing, because I can see you're very good at what you do. Thank you so much, the CEO of Foreign Fish, and I can see the future that is bright. In the next 12 months to this time, I can see Foreign Fish, spreading its wings around the continent. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, please do enjoy the rest of your day. Well, it's been an amazing one there, right there with Mr. Kehinde Okwade, the CEO of Foreign Fish. He spoke about so many things on the program, speaking about the fish serving as a product itself, and we diverted into the fishing industry, where he spoke about the challenges, talking about the feed, how expensive it is, the challenges facing the industry, and he said and he's hoping that the government can come in to make things better. And he spoke about the three major fish as well, that it's very lucrative and people consume well so fast in Africa. He spoke about tilapia, he spoke about the panla fish, and he spoke about catfish. It has been an amazing one on the program, I must say. And once again, we appreciate you all the way from Ibadan, Mr. Kehinde Okwade. Dear consumers, you've heard it, fish is a product. He cited the benefit, the nutrient benefit of fish. Please let's consume fish better. Of course, it is very, very good for our body. And he said something which I must say this moment. He said fish reduces stress. Please, it's very, very important. It's a take home for me, and I know that it's a take home for you too as well. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. This is how far we can go. It's very, very important to let you know that Product Review is a program whereby we review, the drawbacks, the merit of all product. And thank you so much for joining us. On another edition, we'll be back with another product, reviewing it entirely. I am Ire Ayomikunle. Please follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And good afternoon, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. Bye for now.
Hello, consumers. You have the right to be heard. Absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello, consumers. You're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos to check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they make use of.
Hello, it's your boy here, Iremofeko Foworola, and you know what? They call me the AWUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AWUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AWUF is for you. You can get to know about trending market slashes, promos, offers and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know one thing that is so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now I go dey marry am with Pidgin, make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy AWUF packages. Peace.
Public service announcement. Hello, consumers. I am Kikelomo Ajibola, and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHalla TV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market, from the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call markets home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHalla TV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media and on ConsumerHalla TV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello, fellow consumers. Are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Subscription is free by 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. And that is why at ConsumerHalla TV,
you deserve to be heard. Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversations about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHalla TV. Stay informed, Thank you.
I am Matilda Ovenai. As you already know, Market Today is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHallaTV, we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind if it's just a jealous person.
Oh,
It's new movie release, update, and screen time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good movie for you, and I'm also waiting for you to recommend movies to me also in the comment section. Screen time is not just all about entertainment, it is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHallaTV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5 o'clock p.m. at ConsumerHallaTV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola, the man always clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am ConsumerHalla Ajibola. Ta-da!
Hi people, my name is Fakorede and I am a filmmaker and a film director, and you're watching ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is everything consumer advocacy, consumer rights, everything that has to do with consumers. On this TV, you'll watch, you'll learn, you'll be educated, and you'll be entertained. Keep watching ConsumerHalla.
My name is Olubukola Ozone, a photographer and a social media enthusiast. You're watching ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy TV. If you have a problem, any consumer related problem, just holla at them, just like their name implies, and they're going to get it sorted for you. Keep watching, stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, my name is Jobal Jalabi. I'm a marketing communications professional. I currently lead marketing at Flash Change, a fintech startup. Keep watching ConsumerHallaTV, a consumer advocacy channel.
Hello, my name is Rotimi. I'm an actor and I am on ConsumerHallaTV. Now, ConsumerHallaTV is a consumer advocacy channel. So if you have any issues, consumer-related issues with brands and services, you can reach out to them and they'll be sure to handle it or to cater to you. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Iyebiye Adeton. I'm a film poster designer and illustrator. This is ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy channel. We show content on consumers-based news, entertainment, and all of that. So I urge you guys to stay tuned to ConsumerHallaTV.
My name is Anoluwapo Alao, a sales consultant for Star Times Nigeria. This is a ConsumerHalla TV, where they discuss anything consumer needs and get knowledge about anything about consumer. So keep watching it.
Hi, my name is Adebola Ogushino. I'm a filmmaker and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. Any consumer related issues, they've got you.
Hi, my name is Stephen Shisi. I'm a strategy and sales professional, currently working with Obey, and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. I mean, this is one of the channels that you don't want to but stay on. Consumer advocacy, brand promotion, everything consumer, what you need to learn for your business to grow. This is a channel where you learn, where you experience entertainment too, but it's good for businesses, for brands, and for an entrepreneur. If you want to know more about businesses, want to know more about brands, please stay watching. Alright, thank you so much, ConsumerHallaTV. Keep watching.
Hello, good day. My name is Tunde Balogun. I'm the lead pastor at the Kingsborough Church in London. And you're watching ConsumerHallaTV, which is a new initiation into the TV industry in Nigeria, the first of its kind in Nigeria. And I know that it's going to bring value and quality into the service industry. ConsumerHallaTV is here to offer value to service industry and to give a voice to consumers, bring awareness to the brand industry, and also bring education to what it is to have quality for what you paid for. I know that through ConsumerHalla TV, you are going to be able to get what you have paid for quality-wise and also give a voice to you in wherever it is that you do. I am here to support and give a shout out to say that keep watching ConsumerHalla TV and we'll have a better quality for value in Nigeria and in the global space. Please continue to watch ConsumerHalla TV because it is here to make things work better for you. It is on this note that I would like to say a big congratulations to the chairman and CEO of ConsumerHalla TV, Pastor Tunde Olufowora, and all the staffs of this great organization. Thank you for what you do. You are making things happen for us, and I pray that God bless you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Toyin Balogun. I'm here to give a shout out to ConsumerHalla TV, #1 platform helping you to shop smart, spend wisely, and live better. Anytime you have any kind of issues with your shopping, or you want to know a very honest review, please contact ConsumerHalla TV, here to help you. And please join the community where we can all make life easy and better for all of us.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer. And as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
At ConsumerHalla TV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHalla TV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHalla TV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHalla TV. At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard.
Right, my name is Korede Peters, and I am a product manager. So this is a very innovative idea, and first off, everybody is a consumer, and so this is the voice of the consumer, and this is the voice that is going to be heard. For the first time, the consumers in this country are going to be able to express their ideas and to get to know your rights, to know what belongs to you, and it's going to change a lot of branding, to change a lot of things, because everybody knows that we're not just getting things out for the consumers have a right to accept. You know, as they say, the customer is always right. So the customer is the consumer, and the consumer is always right. So, you know, when there is control, when there is feedback, there is bound to be change. So when, so I said, I'm a product manager. When you develop products, sometimes you believe you know what the users want, and through different kinds of surveys. But when the users actually get the product, they can tell you their mind, how the product is, their feeling about the product. So it's good to definitely change how products are being designed, how services are being given to people, because you can get a feedback, and that feedback can make or mar a company, you know, and everybody wants to have good feedback. So it's definitely going to change the behavior of people that make products. One very good thing is information. Information is power. So the consumer is going to get way more powerful. The voice of the consumer will be heard, the opinions of the consumers will be heard, and that opinion will shape how products and services will be made in this country going forward. Be on the lookout. You are now in charge. Several things coming your way through this station. I'm very excited about it. The things he's already brought out, and there will be many more things. But the bottom line, the consumer is now in the driver's seat. So ConsumerHalla TV, thank you for this innovative work. You're going to keep evolving and just follow the consumers. The consumers will lead you to what they want, and that's how it's supposed to be, always. They're going to have different types of consumers, and they're going to pander to the different needs, but you're going to be making consumers very, very powerful. So thumbs up, keep up the good work. My name is Korede Peters. Thank you very much.
And the time is 2 o'clock. Thank you so much for staying tuned. This is ConsumerHallaTV News at 2. I am Iri Ayomekonleke. Starting the news this afternoon, the latest report says the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, will officially transition to a 2+2 settlement cycle for equities transactions from Friday under the new system, all trade executed on Friday, November 20, 2025, which was settled on Tuesday, December 2, 2025, while transactions will be carried out the fall that date will continue to follow the existing T+3 schedule. This means the trade executed on Thursday, November 27, will also settle on December 2, coinciding with the first batch of T+2 settlement. The Commission, which disclosed this in a statement, said that the move was designed to align with global best practice and enhance market efficiency. It's noted further that the transition from the current T+3 trade date plus 3 days settlement cycle is now at the implementation stage following a month of preparation and stakeholder testing. The global stock began an event-filled week on the front foot on Monday, today, as investors took out from growing expectations of a Federal Reserve rate cut in December, even as policymakers remain divided over such a move. Markets were gearing up for potential catalysts, including the release of the U.S. retail sales and producer prices data due later in the week. The British Finance Minister Rachel Reeves is also set to unveil a highly anticipated budget. Meanwhile, trading was tightened with the Japan market closed for a holiday, but MSCI Broadest Index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan rose by 0.4%, and South Korea's tech-heavy Kospi Index was up to 0.7%. Nasdaq futures and S&P 500 futures rose by 0.64% and 0.45% respectively, while the Euro Stoxx 50 futures advanced by 0.78%. Fed Fund future now point to a 57% chance that the Fed will cut by 25 basis points next month, up from less than a 30% chance a week ago. And now, analysts say Nigeria spent a total of $1.39 billion, approximately to 21.6 trillion naira, on the foreign education in the first half of 2025, which marked a significant increase from the corresponding period in 2024. This figure represents a 20% rise in dollar terms and a 38% increase in naira based on an average exchange rate of 1,553 naira 6 kobo per dollar during the period. Data sourced from the CBN Central Bank of Nigeria Balance of Payment Report reflects the growing trend of educational migration amid persistent challenges within Nigeria's domestic education system. Notably, the CBN report shows zero income under education in the services trade balance, indicating that while Nigeria expends significant resources to educate its citizens abroad, it also attracts virtually no foreign students to its own institutions. This $1.39 billion outflow marked the highest first half of the foreign education expenditure since 2021 and comes even as the naira has undergone sharp appreciation following the CBN foreign exchange liberalization reforms, of May 2023. And now we're talking about the ICPC, where the chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Musa Aliyu, says cybercrime, corruption, and illicit financial flows drain $80 billion from Africa annually. Mr. Musa Aliyu spoke this on Thursday last week while giving a keynote address at the Rio News 13th Anniversary Lecture Series in Lagos State, with the theme Cybersecurity, Illicit Financial Flows and Achieving Agenda 2063 in Africa. The ICPC chairman, Mr. Aliyu, said Africa's developmental aspirations, including the African Union Agenda 2063, will remain out of reach unless government urgently strengthen the cybersecurity, modernize regulations, and plug the financial leakages. The ICPC boss, Mr. Aliyu, said the African situation of classrooms without teachers, hospitals without equipment, and road left unbuilt happened because of the scourge of cybercrime, corruption, and elite financial flows, which see over $80 billion siphoned out of Africa every year. The Nigerian military regime has introduced new taxes on cigarette, alcohol, and other imports to help fund its fight against jihadists on its territorial authorities, the AFP told the newsman on Friday. The new taxes include a 7% levy on cigarettes, 12% on beer and other beverages, 10% on refrigerators, and up to 5% on motor vehicles, according to a list published by the Economy Ministry. The report says the Sahel region country suffers regular attacks by fighters linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State group in the west, plus Boko Haram and the Islamic State in the West Africa branch in the southeast. The junta struggled to curb the violence since taking power under General Abdurrahman Tiani in the coup in July 2023. After taking over, REIT also set up a defense fund, which it says is now worth $100 million, and in October announced taxes on luxury goods. However, the defense fund president Baraki Musa announced a new 1% tax on public and private sector workers' salaries. While speaking recently on television, she said the various new measure would raise the equivalent of $88 million. We'll move away from there now. The Federal Inland Revenue Service has dismissed some allegations by the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, claiming that the appointment of express payment as a payment channel for the federal revenue collection was politically motivated. It insisted that the remark was misleading and risked distorting public understanding of Nigeria's tax administration system. The former Vice President, in a statement, accused the federal government of handling a monopoly to express payment for tax collections. Responding yesterday, the technical assistant and broadcast media to the FIRS chairman, Adirunke Atoyebi, said the former vice president's assertions were incorrect and capable of politicizing what she described as a purely administrative and technical issue. Meanwhile, setting out the agency position, Mrs. Adirunke Atoyebi explained that the service currently uses multiple payment solution service providers, including QuickTel and Remita, eTransact, FluterWave, and ExpressPay as part of effort to simplify tax payment and expand access for taxpayers across the country. We're talking about business where the management of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has issued a stand warning to the petroleum marketers over the rising number of leaking fuel trucks arriving at its loading gantry, describing the trend as a major safety threat to Africa's largest refinery. In an internal circular cited by Newsman on Friday, the refinery said it had observed a disturbingly high number of product-laden tankers arriving in poor mechanical condition despite repeated warnings and fines imposed on offenders. According to the notice signed by the Refinery Group Commercial Operations Department, several trucks continue to show up with cracked valves, losing fittings, and dripping product conditions that significantly heighten the risk of fire outbreaks at the multi-billion-dollar facility. The refinery warned that the situation portends great danger to the entire refinery and would no longer be condoned. The notice says, and I quote, "It has been observed that the number of leaking trucks arriving at the gantry remain high, despite the repeated warnings and the fines imposed on each truck. The trend has been on the increase daily, and this portends greater danger to the entire refinery, and this will be no longer tolerated." The report says that there will be an immediately effective decision that any tanker found leaking at the gantry will not only attract fines but will expose the owner and marketer to severe sanctions, including a temporary suspension from loading operations at the refinery. In a major effort to address Nigeria's food security challenges and inspire greater youth participation in agriculture, the former president, I beg your pardon, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, and the leading entrepreneur, Mr. Tony Elumelu, are set to headline the AgroWin 25 Festival and the AgroWin Recognition Awards. The event, organized through a partnership between the Intergenerational Rescue Foundation and the Department of Social Work, University of Lagos, will take place on November 25, 2025 at the Faculty of Social Sciences in the UNILAG. The event, with a theme sowing seed of innovation and summit aim, is to convert leaders from academic world, agribusinesses, food technology, and to explore strategies for building sustainable and resilient food system in Nigeria. Meanwhile, still talking on the news and the statement, IRF chairperson and convener of AgroWin, Mrs. Bimbola Agawa, explained that the initiative seeks to combat food insecurity through sustainable agricultural practices research and community engagement. The head of the Department of Social Work at UNILAG, Professor Samuel Adejo, noted that one of the central goals of the program is to address what it describes as widespread gaps in agricultural awareness among young people, who will eventually shape the future policy and consumer behavior. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. Before we go, the Association of Nigeria Licensed Custom Agents is lamenting that the newly commissioned Unified Digital Custom Management System, initiated and operated by the Nigeria Customs Services, is suffering frequent downtime. The report says the claim that the platform has caused more financial losses due to delays in processing cargo clearance at the port. While speaking to newsmen on the development, the Vice President of the Association, Mr. Shegun Duton, acknowledged that the system has experienced some glitches but noted that improvements are ongoing. Mr. Oduto added that the trade platform is expected to function well enough to accommodate the usual surge in import volumes that comes at this time of the year. However, also commenting, the former Vice President of the ANLCA, Mr. Kayode Farinton, said that these repeated failures have severely disrupted port operations, resulting in billions of naira in losses of the economy. Thank you so much for joining us on the news at 2. I am Ire Ayomikunle. Stay with us for the rest of the day.
My name is Tunde Olufowora. I'm the CEO of Bandai Communications. We are we call the publisher or the owner of the new initiative called ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is actually Nigeria's first consumer-centered, or call it consumer-centric television platform that aims to bring voice to the over 220 million Nigerians. It was a vision that came to my heart about 10 years ago. I remember that I was traveling. I traveled out of the country, on airline, and I had this unpleasant experience. It was a trip to an African country from Nigeria, and I actually went with a local flight from Nigeria. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the airline. And then it was to South Africa. And we landed in South Africa. And let me just paraphrase it. When I was coming back, I had some money, some dollars, and that someone had given to me to hand over to another person in Nigeria. So I wanted to help out. I didn't want to carry the cash on myself. So for whatever reason, I opted to. I had a small case, and I felt that it was safer for me to put the money in my luggage. So I put it in a safe place in my luggage, got everything intact, and I checked in my luggage. My arrival in Nigeria, I was standing and was waiting by the carousel just so that I could pick up my luggage, and then I was there for 1 hour and waiting for my luggage. I didn't know that my luggage already arrived, and it was one of the luggage that was moving around on the carousel. So after about 1 hour wait, I looked to my left and my right. Almost everybody had gone. I think there were just about 2 or 3 left. So I beckoned on the woman that was on my side, and I noticed she was really in tears. Madam, what happened? She said, her bag has just been torn and a lot of things stolen. So I said, well, I've also been waiting for my own. She said, you better go and check those luggages there. Maybe yours is one of them. And lo and behold, I went around there. Mine was one of them. By the time I got it, everything inside my luggage was gone. All the valuable things there were gone. To cut the long story short, we felt there was need for us to report the case, at least to the airline. It was in the night, about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We went in to go and see the officer that was in charge. As soon as we got in there, the officer said, "Oh, so sorry, but you will have to go to our head office in somewhere in Victoria Island, to lodge a complaint." Okay. So the next day we went to the Victoria Island and we lodged a complaint, and that was it. And since that day, I'm talking a story of over 10 years ago, I didn't get a call, not even a call from that airline to talk to me about what happened to my luggage. Now, about a month after that trip, I had another opportunity to travel out of the country. This time around it was to US, and it was an official assignment. And I flew on, I will mention the airline this time around. I flew on a BA. I really didn't like BA. I usually go with Virgin Atlantic and things like that. But my protocol officer convinced me and said, "Okay, you will love BA. Why don't you go on BA?" Anyway, so I went on BA to US. And of course, when I returned from US to Nigeria, we had to do, of course, there'll be like a connecting flight, from Heathrow. So we got into London Heathrow, and then because it was through Heathrow that we went, and then so they changed since it was BA, they changed the aircraft this time around to a bigger one. I mean, clearly because there were more Nigerians, or more people that were planning to come to Nigeria, and then we boarded. Not quite 10 minutes into the flight, in the air, the aircraft started malfunctioning. the air conditioning compartment were not functioning very well. I was on what you call business economy. You know, the whole of that business economy all the way to economy side, the ACs were not working well. It was hot. And then I was watching. And then from that moment till we got to Nigeria. From that moment till we got to, I'm just trying to paraphrase. From that moment till we got to Nigeria, I could remember very well how many times the pilot, broke into conversation and had to apologize and say, we're really very sorry about this. He was giving us almost every 30 minutes. There's always a kind of update. So sorry, this is what we're doing now, this is what we're doing. While we were on that journey, I also remember an incident. So they came, the crew apparently couldn't resolve they couldn't manage the crisis or what was going on about it. They couldn't fix it. So they come up and said, we're so sorry, but for all the inconvenience, we're declaring, free lunch, free whatever it is you want, you can get. So trust Nigerians, you need to hear how everybody was jubilating, But something struck me. The experience I had just about a month before, and this experience, somehow I started comparing them. I was trying to see how this matter will be managed. Again, to cut the story short, we landed in Nigeria on a BA. Before we landed, the pilot announced and said that for the inconvenient, they will be giving a voucher of £50 to everyone that flew on that aircraft. I thought it was a joke. I mean, it was my first time with BA, but for what I knew or know of the British man would never even play with his 1 penny, talking of £1. So I felt that must be a joke of the year. So we left. I got back to my office. I think it was just about a week after. Our guys in our mail room came up and said, "Oh, you have a parcel." So I said, "Parcel? Yeah." So they bought this parcel, wrapped. I opened it, and boom, I bought the document out. It was the £50 voucher from BA. So what was the tenor of this story? An experience with one airline was terrible, no apology. An experience with another one, even though it was a bad experience, but it was very well managed. So managed that even if we have suffered anything in that aircraft, you probably, for the sake of how they manage it, we have forgiven them. So that was how this journey started. So I started thinking in my mind, this is what we go through in this country. But are we different from other nations? So God put in my heart the idea of ConsumerHalla. That's why the Hala came with consumer. And we started that journey about 10 years ago. We started by creating a platform called ConsumerHalla, where consumers, so I discovered that Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. So things happen, and that's it. We live with everything. So we've started the journey from creating the platform. We have an app, we even have a magazine, and we thought we could move it from that to the next stage, which is the television. So the TV today, has come. So I would say precept by precept, line upon line, we have been able to build on our aspiration, to finally bring to birth this unique and exciting platform, So it's a digital telecast, and our goal is to further connect consumers in Nigeria to brands with insightful news, development within the fast-paced world of consumers. The world of consumers is growing at a very fast pace, So we want to inform Nigerians. We want to get them educated about their rights. You know, so our role is that we're going to educate consumers in Nigeria. All right. So by bringing them specialized and what you call analytical, research-based content generation that will inform, educate, sensitize the audience, you know. So that's ConsumerHalla TV. So I call it an offshoot of our ConsumerHalla brand. ConsumerHalla brand actually was the first consumer, we call it the first
afternoon, viewers. You're welcome to another edition of Real Estate Today on ConsumerHalla TV, on your verified source for real estate updates, policy changes, and consumer protection insights across Nigeria and beyond. I know you guys would have been expecting it's Elizabeth and our partner in crime. Will they be around today? Obviously, we just took a little time off, but then we are fully back, and we are not even back just like that. We brought like a third wheel on the show, and yes, I am Elizabeth Abefe, as you already know, and I don't walk alone. I have my partner in crime, but then today there will be a mini twist on the show. But before I introduce the third wheel, let's go over to Irimofe.
Interesting one. So the partner in crime today. Anyway, and you are not even afraid that we have someone that can actually sue you on the show. You decide to use that term. I mean, I know nothing about any crime. Anyway, good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to another edition of Real Estate Today, where we talk about everything real estate. But like Elizabeth rightly said, my partner, but not in crime. Today is going to be a bit of some twist, because we want to delve into something that is very important. And as you know, on this show, you always get educated about everything related to real estate and the laws in particular. So I am Irimofe Koforola. It's good to be here today.
Okay, yes, moving on. Today there won't be a headline, but today we'll be talking about something very crucial, just like Irimofe stated. Today we'll be looking at the tenancy law and protection in Nigeria. That will be the major topic for today, Real Estate Today on the show. But first, what is tenancy law? Tenancy law refers to the legal framework that regulates the relationship between a landlord and a tenant, defining their respective rights and obligation regarding a rented property. That is what the dictionary gave to us. But then we actually do have a legal practitioner here with us. And joining us today is a legal expert, Alex Afolalu, a Nigerian lawyer with almost a decade of legal practice, and he is the managing partner of Alex Afolalu and Co., a property and corporate law firm in Nigeria. He is committed to protecting investors and helping Nigerians make informed property decision. So today, he will help us break down tenancy law, landlord obligation, and documentation processes. You know, over the time, we're always giving them on our own perspective, what we understand about it.
But interestingly, I just want to be, I think I'll be on the side of the landlord today, because it's always beautiful to be a landlord.
Clock it. I understand what you did there right now.
Oh yeah, come on.
Okay, we all know these issues. Many Nigerians struggle to navigate. So this conversation will be like an eye-opening, whereby we'll have our guest here, Barrister Alex Afolalu, to help us portray some points, open our eyes to some things we really do not have idea to. So today we will be asking you concerning the tenant rights.
Yes.
Yeah. What are the laws backing up tenants and protecting them against violations in violations in Nigerians? What are those laws? As a tenant, you must know your rights from the left, just like. But then we want to know.
Are there specific laws that back up as a tenant? She's a tenant, and because I can't really say I'm a landlord. And are there laws specifically for tenants like so that to against any form of violation from a landlord like me?
Yeah, I see. Yes, thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah.
It's a great honor to be here. Yeah, so more often than not, the relationship between a landlord and a tenant doesn't have to be a very difficult one, actually. As long as they both understand the fact that there are actually some laws that are actually guiding their relationship. And if they adhere to these laws, there won't really be a problem. So speaking on your question, what are the laws guiding tenants in Nigeria? Well, the first thing is actually the Constitution Right, that's the grundum, that's the foundation of actually, of every law in Nigeria. That's the foundation, right? Then we have a tenancy law of each state. Now in Lagos State, we have a Lagos State tenancy law of 2011. Now, then we also have the courts or the judicial system rules. Now, those three things put together, they are there to actually protect, the tenant and also guide the relationship that actually exists between the landlord and the tenant. Yes.
Interesting one, because sometimes, like you said, each state has their tenancy law that protects the tenants, and we know that sometimes people don't even bother about all these things, and they just sometimes want to rent an apartment. You are just, because sometimes, especially in a city like Lagos, you know that it's quite difficult to get apartments, so you are just in a hurry. You see the apartments and you're like, let me just move in and all that. So at the end of the day, you begin to have a kind of friction between the landlord and the tenants. So we've had so many cases. Sometimes the landlord just, he wakes up one morning and like, yes, I was citing this on the show. I said I know a friend that lives in an apartment, and the landlord just decided that, one thing, today your rent is 750, but from tomorrow start paying 1.5 million.
Can you imagine that? That's serious.
And my friend was telling me like, the tenant decided to speak with the landlord. They held a meeting, and at the end they said no. If you are not comfortable with that, just move out. Wow. So what can we say? We've seen cases like this happen many times, and at the end of the day, you just have to pay because it's quite difficult getting another apartment. So what do you have to say? Are there laws stipulated for, these are the periods you are meant to rent an apartment? And again, to follow up on that question, there are times you want to rent an apartment, they tell you have to pay 2 years upfront. If you don't pay 2 years, you can't get the apartment. So are there laws that say, okay, you can pay 10 years, or there are, specific periods you are meant to pay, and can the landlord increase rent as we are just like
Well, when it comes to incrementing rent, I must first of all state categorically that the landlord has a right to increase the rent of his house. As a way, of course, the tenants don't want to hear anything increment. Like, what do you mean? Don't and just pay, don't increase rent. The landlord actually has a right to increase
the rent.
His rent, the rent of his house. But then there's actually a way to go about it. Now, the first thing is actually, the landlord is not allowed to increase his rent arbitrarily. You can't just say that your tenant was paying ₦1 million just last year, and this year is going to be 3 million naira. No, that's arbitrary and very unfair. So if you are a landlord and you want to actually increase your rent, first of all, you have to issue a written notice. You just don't come and say, your rent yesterday was 750, and today is 1.5. No, that's not how it's done. So you have to issue a proper written notice. The increment has to be reasonable, reasonable to common sense. That's the second thing. And the third thing is that you have to follow due process. That means that you have to serve the notice, you have to give the tenant time. You have to be open to negotiation. You can't just say, I'm taking it to so amount of money and that's just going to be it. What are the reasons behind that? Is it as a result of the inflation rate in the country? Are you open to make some renovations? Why are you increasing the rent of, why are you increasing the rent of the house? Right. So you should be able to state reasons why you're actually doing all of this. And also as a tenant, where your landlord has actually increased the rent of his house, I think the first thing to do is not to panic. That's not the first thing to do. The first thing to do is to ask the question: has due process been followed? Did you get a written notice? Have you been given enough reasonable amount of time? And also, the landlord is not actually allowed to increase it because both of you had an altercation. Okay, you're talking to me anyhow. I'm old enough to be your daddy. And he goes ahead and actually increases the rent like times 3. You're not allowed to increase rent as a means of as a means to
show superiority.
Exactly. That's not actually allowed. it's not meant to be an expectative means. That's one. And also, you know, you are not allowed to increase rent as a way to force out the tenant. Like, you don't want to leave my house. When I take your rent from 1 million naira to 5 million naira, nobody will teach you leave my house when you cannot pay it. No, that's not actually allowed. So in the event where the landlord actually increases rent arbitrarily, unlawfully, the tenant has a right to approach the tenancy tribunal in Lagos State, or even the courts. And now the court has a right to look into the matter and say these increments cannot actually stand.
Wow.
Yes, the court does. The tenancy tribunal does. They have the right to review the increments. Well, all things being equal, when a tenant is actually served with a notice of increment, there should both tenant and